again.
Reload the map.
What? 1 second, we're back. What do I need to reload?
Just yell at them, why don't you?
Reload it because I've changed Nargosh's picture back.
Oh, that's not got anything to do with... I've just got to drop the token down. No, I am not changing either, or I'm not changing your token, Morgan.
Come on.
No.
You have to.
Nope.
It is awesome.
Not on this map. We're back. So...
It's worth the wait.
You have killed the... God damn it! You've killed the wargs.
Just change it, because I want to know.
Fine. I hate you.
Why are you Snoop Dogg?
Why the hell not, nephew?
I swear to God, if I have to edit anything...
What happened now?
Nothing.
The wargs are dead, and you have 5 carcasses you can take back to the town to skin and strip for meat.
I would, make sure most of that went to the village.
Yep.
After letting the party take, their fair share if they wanted to.
Change behind.
I hate all of you. I hate every single person. If I have to, I will ban you from changing token images. Don't make me do this.
I say we change the party name to NWA.
No.
Snoop Dogg wasn't in that.
Having finished gathering all the ward carcasses together and binding them with some rope, he'll make ready to drag them back towards the village so that they could skin them.
Alright.
Standing up, he dusts his hands off and turns towards the ghoul huntsmaster, and then he'll begin preparing a grave for him and giving him last rites.
Okay.
Why is it so nice?
Why would you give last rites to a kobold? Or, not kobold. No, just as dirty, whatever.
Hey,
She would yell
no.
out
Kobolds
somewhere.
have a functioning and wonderful society. They are an improvement to the world in some way. Gnolls are not.
I knew I needed to worry about you for some reason.
I hate gnolls.
But yeah, Scotland would kind of steer out towards Weiss, and ask him why he'd give last rites to filthy vermin like them.
He just kind of turns his head to the side and says, every living thing deserves our respect and passing. But even these wargs will, their bones will be honored and used for tools and meat for nourishment. And in some way we need to honor all of these, every living thing that's passed on.
Well, Scotland would kind of, spit on the ground and turn away and drop the subject now. And then look towards her sister.
She is standing there, sort of dusting herself off. You notice she's got some bruises and some blood kind of all over her exposed body, or the parts of her body that are exposed. That one works a lot better as a statement. And
She's bloody and naked.
no, she is not naked. She is bloodied and bruised, though, and she is beginning to sort of dust herself off and take care of the blood that is caked onto her arms and legs.
Well, Scotland's gonna kind of pull her way off to the side for sort of a private conversation. He'd like to type back and forth with that, what goes on there. She's gonna tend to help her into her wounds and try to ask her more specifics about the attack, what happened during the whole thing.
She will inform you that she doesn't have too clear of a recollection. She remembers some sort of small altercation between your father and Malgar, your father telling her to run, and then some sort of small slaughtering going on between her, or your father and Malgar, and small bands of fighting. She'll say, I don't remember too much other than that. It was, a bit of a troubled time.
Scotland would sigh in frustration, glad to see her sister alive, but obviously feelings of old childhood rivalry and the bitterness between the two of them would be there. So, as long as her sister's alive and well, she says that she wants to bring her back to the village and explain more when they get there.
She will not say, that Malgar's dead, I'm guessing, then?
He is.
I'll say, very well. I will return with you.
He's cadaverific. I had to. It was there.
I know. Oh, good.
I'd be a very
Photoshop's about
bad
to
person
open.
if I didn't.
Yep. I will say that the trip back will take about 2.5 to 3 hours now with the gnoll carcasses. Not the gnoll carcasses, the warg carcasses. Although I suppose you could have taken the... No, never mind.
Can I roll in athletics to make it go faster?
Yes, you can speed it up in some way.
25.
You could bring it down to about a little over 2 hours. You managed to sort of basically find a way to make the transportation easier. So it still takes, about...
Can I transform into something so that they can just pile it on my back and I just cart it around?
You could probably cart around 1 or 2, but... And then Nargosh can take or 2 more, probably himself, and then the last one someone else can take, and it'll take about a little over 2 hours, then like 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's not too much longer than it took to get here.
Okay.
The village is still intact, which is a huge step up. And there is, the town itself is going about its hustle and bustle, and it seems to have returned to a relative state of normality. At this point, some of the huntsmen and guards will come out and help you bring the wargs within the city walls. The shaman and the huntsman are both waiting for you as you enter the town.
Alright, since they seem to be expecting me specifically, I will approach them. Kind of catch up on the goings-ons of the village and inform them of what happened to us whenever we left.
Okay. The huntsman will nod and say, very well. And they will have informed you on what has happened, but the huntsman will say, if you don't mind, I don't have much other business to attend to. I can probably be of better use attending to the wargs.
As you wish.
And he will step away. The shaman will say, you say it was a gnoll that attacked you?
It was some kind of beastmaster. He had several wargs in his company, which he had used to corner my sister. But we appear to have gotten there in the nick of time. At least I did. I don't know about these other scrubs.
He'll run his hand through his beard and ponder for a second and say, that is bad news, to say the least. There has not been gnolls around here in probably my entire life. I don't know what brought them here, though.
Well, how far do they normally stay out? They weren't much of a problem when I was still living here.
Say they stay out at least a day's ride from here. And this one was within 2 hours of walk from here. That's troubling indeed. Something brought them here. Or at least brought that one here.
I wonder if that usurper had anything to do with this. He was using rather bizarre techniques when he was fighting with us. I wonder if he had some sort of influence over the gnolls, or perhaps bribery.
He will stare at the ground for a second and say, perhaps it is a meditation for another time. Right now, the village is doing well enough, but it needs stability and consistency now.
Well, Escatla would give her younger sister, Iskara, a hearty slap on the back, enough to push her forward and be like, well, there's your leader.
Your sister looks at you kind of confused for a second, like, what am I doing now?
Father's dead.
I know that much, but, I'm in charge now?
Yes.
I see. Why am I the one in charge?
Escatla would probably get a look on her face that was more serious and sincere than anyone had ever seen up to this point, and turn to face her sister and say, I left this place under the influence of several suggestions, mind you, and never came back. And I feel that if I had been here, maybe things would have been different. So I feel I owe it to Father to find out who killed him and avenge him. But I can't just leave these people behind. You're the next in line. I know you can hold this place together. You were always better than I was. And Escatla would spit on the ground again, because saying those words is like acid in her mouth.
Your sister will look at you sort of stunned for a second and say, very, very well then. And she will turn to the shaman and say, then let us attend to restoring order. And they will say, and the shaman will turn to you and say, we do still need to inform the head chieftain, or the head chieftain of these changes. Will you go?
I will. Even if I have to go alone. And I'll reach out and I'll put a hand on Iskara's shoulder, reassuringly give it a little squeeze. Too proud to give her a hug, so pat on the back.
He will sort of usher Iskara away, and they'll begin talking stuff about what they need to do, what needs to be taken care of, what resources the town has, stuff like that.
Hi.
At this point, it is a little after midday. What is everyone going to be doing right now?
Drinking.
I would like to go to Escatla. I would like to talk to her about wintering.
Weiss is helping prepare the meat for that evening's meal for the whole village.
Okay.
Gonna go find some alcohol.
Yeah, that's what Escatla would have begun to have done, in search of any kind of alcoholic beverage to calm her nerves, but intercepted by Farain, who would go with her instead to discuss the dream.
Okay. Nargosh, are you just sort of running around, making sure Escatla doesn't get herself killed? No.
I'm pretty sure I got that under
Yeah.
control.
Yeah, apparently I muted myself and didn't know. Would explain why nobody's been hearing anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, Farain, you can meet up with Escatla before she manages to get to her drinks. I'm going to switch everything back to this map, because this is the relevant map. Sort of.
Mostly. Alright, my dear.
So,
I
was about to say, go ahead and
I should
discuss.
mention that Escatla has booze on her called Broy. And it's strong, and it's disgusting, but might want to get the details in while you can before she drinks it.
Oh god, Aaron, what the hell was that?
What the fuck is going on?
Get the red duct tape.
What?
More technical difficulties.
Apparently, your headset just decided to randomly pick up things that were going on in the call.
Oh.
And sort of do a distortion that made it sound like Cybermen were talking.
It's weird.
Is it done?
Okay.
Yes, it's done.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. So.
Cool,
It's
but
slightly
yeah.
alarming. Anyways, okay, Ascatla. I'm not sure what the hell this is all about. But last night I had a really bad dream. And I just can't shake the feeling. I saw what I believe to be the World Tree. And there was... Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but there was a battle being waged, and the World Tree was being lost. Can you commune with the spirits and see what is going on in the world to make such a powerful tree become under such a words to become under attack? Who could attack the World Tree?
Ascatla would take a very deep breath and sigh. Trying to kind of not really hide anything from Farain, but keep the fact that, you know, she had a dream as well about her father. But she's also very hesitant to commune with the spirits because she hasn't really had any downtime meditation to commune with them in quite some time. She's been very immersed in her alcohol and adventuring and not giving a fuck. So she would look at you and nod and tell you that she'll think on it. Have you told anyone else?
I have not.
Alright. Well, I had a dream too. It had nothing to do with the World Tree, but it definitely had something to do with what happened here.
So, in other words, someone's trying to commune with us. Or something.
It seems that way, but we won't know for sure until we actually reach out to them, which a scholar would really hesitate and look kind of miffed.
Which is what? Farain would press, try and figure out what's bothering Ascatla right now.
Ascatla would be very stubborn, kind of shoulder it off for now, try to avoid the conversation, and said that she'll think on it, and that we should probably get the group together to see if anyone else has had any strange dreams.
I agree, but I notice how effing tense you are, and I offer a natural way to relax, and also offer to gather everyone, so that you could just have some time to yourself.
I would
is
nod.
Is Nargosh near when all this is going on?
Yeah, I would imagine you'd be near. At least probably close enough within relative hearing distance. 'Cause
Okay. She's not interrupting.
Yeah.
Just-
Ascatla's not
she
really
said-
trying to hide anything, just...
She said, "I have a natural way for you to," and then he just raises an eyebrow.
That's what... It crossed my mind for a second, but I didn't want Lion to have to edit anything. Words.
I take out a water skin and I start making mud. I find a nice little patch that has grass over it, skin the grass off, roll it over so I can roll it back when it's done. I dig a hole and make mud.
Okay.
And I tell Ascatla to take a mud bath.
Ascatla would look at you like you're insane.
It's good for your skin, it will help you relax, and it also sort of kind of hydrates you, so get in the fucking hole.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that. She would, like her mouth would be hanging open a little bit, kind of like mine is right now. And she'd kind of look over at Nargosh and look at Farain and look at the hole and actually listen for a change.
Oh, I was gonna push you in that.
She said, I know, I'm not giving you that satisfaction. So she goes over there, you know, and just starts to prepare to get into the mud bath.
And I go to... Who's your bodyguard again? Is that Nargosh?
Nargosh.
Yeah. Well, I go to Nargosh, and I turn him around, and I walk him to, like, behind a tree so that you two are not in line of sight. And I tell him to stay and don't peek. And I go fetch everybody else. And talk to them. I'm not actually going to bring them to the mud bath. That would be really weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming enough time will pass that everyone can become collected in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
More to the center of town. That's where the fire is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be covered in like half-dried mud, still flaking off me everywhere.
Are you, like, clothed, or are you clothed in mud?
I'm clothed. Sorta.
And mud. Okay, got it.
Well, everyone has arrived. Who wishes to speak first?
I suppose I will, because I gathered everybody. I have asked all of you here because it has been brought to my attention that more than one of us have had upsetting dreams last night, and I want to know if anybody else has, and I would like to know if we cannot find a connection between these.
Yeah, dreams here.
Nope.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
Nargosh does not want to talk about what happened.
Nargosh is a man. He doesn't talk about feelings. Except rage.
Can I sense,
No. You can't sense me lying.
It would be insight versus bluff.
well, I was gonna say, because it's almost like an unnatural dream, I was gonna say, detect nature.
You can attempt with nature. Or religion if you have it.
I do not have religion, but I do have nature. Somewhere. I don't know what my nature skill is, though.
I have a really high nature and religion skill, so if this fails...
I know I have a really high nature, but I don't know where to find it. There it is.
Yeah,
There
I
it
think
is.
yours is higher
15.
than mine, actually.
15.
You get the feeling that it might not have been, you know, a dream or anything, but people have experienced at least troubled sleep in the party.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. See? Dwarf's asleep right now. He is completely fine. I'm gonna kick him.
You're my hell, bitch.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be over here in the center of town.
This is one of the points where your tokens actually are don't matter unless someone really wants to start a bar fight.
Hey,
Well, you never know.
Well...
Please don't.
There's
Where
not
are we
really a
going?
bar, but I suppose that Kara, or Skatla and I can, you know, wrestle.
Who drew that?
I did.
Someone with some skills, because it wasn't me.
I love
I,
it.
Really?
I prepared a feast.
Pixel meat.
Dart
I'm in!
here. You can't go in the middle of it. Damn it.
Get out of the fire,
Ah.
Margosh.
No, you're not my raid leader. Keep kicking the dwarf.
This dwarf has sleep apnea.
I got a 33 to kick him. Super hard.
Right in the nads, man.
You're an asshole.
I'm using Thunderhoof Rage to wake him up. Hold on.
It's still the same day. You've
Okay.
already expended Thunderhoof's rage.
Yeah, but this is funny. See, he needs a good kicking.
Can I shift into a horse and
24.
can I kick him?
If you wish.
Where's Carl? Get Carl.
Oops.
I can so see this turned into a hacky sack game, but with a
Yeah.
dwarf.
This would be a melee basic attack.
This is dwarf ball.
Yep, dwarf ball.
Maguire swings for the fences.
No. Fuck are you? Go away. I don't want you. Somehow I have a console open. I'm not in anything that should have a fucking console. Bert, stop that.
You will hit him because he's asleep. Oh god, Aaron!
What?
It's gone again. Your microphone did that thing again.
It did that thing where it scares everybody.
You have both hit the dwarf. The dwarf is stumbling to the ground, probably either waking up or falling unconscious in a pool of his own blood.
Why are you kicking me?
Because you snore like something out of a cave.
I snore like a man.
A man who can't use his... Oh, he's asleep again, okay. I'm gonna drag him outside.
You're in a pavilion. You are outside.
I'm gonna drag him outsider.
Outsider. Can I transform into something that flies and can pick him up?
Yes, you
You're gonna
pro.
drop him from the altitude, aren't you?
You remember that mud pit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, I'm going to pick him up.
Hold on, wait.
We're going to pretend that that's the mud pit for now.
What if I become stone? Stone Panoply. How strong are you?
I can do that too.
You have it for 6 seconds.
That's all I need. That's what she said.
Damn it.
But as soon as you're off the ground, that doesn't work.
She also has a point there. You do have to be touching the ground for that to work.
Why is it everyone tries to kill my characters?
They're not trying to kill you, they're trying to wake you up. Or knock you unconscious, one of the two.
You know what happens when you try to wake up a dwarf? A drunk dwarf?
You are not drunk.
Oh,
He's trashed.
He's trashed.
Where the fuck did you get all that from?
He's been unattended for like an hour.
I know, right? Fighting makes me
What the fuck
thirsty.
did you share?
The town rum supply is depleted. Not that they had much rum to begin with. Actually, this is one of the perfect places in the world to produce rum. You have about the weather, or you have about the weather and terrain you need to do sugarcane.
I am not impressed. I was not impressed.
Scott was kind of off by
That
herself.
fucker's
Still-
gonna fly. I
Still
picked-
within hearing
picked it
distance.
up. I picked the dwarf up. And I'm gonna fly him to that mud pit. And I'm gonna drop him in it.
He's gonna drown.
Unceremoniously, I'm just gonna drop him in it. Don't particularly care if I miss either.
I'm gonna see mud bubbles coming up from the bottom.
You have dropped the dwarf next to the mud pit. He is laying unceremoniously sprawled across the ground. And no longer snoring at the current discussion. You hear that? No longer snoring at the current discussion.
Nargosh is gonna take one of those hearing horns that old people have back in like the 1900s, and he's gonna put it by the dwarf's mouth, amplifying the snoring sound.
You don't understand how those things work, do you?
Of
Nope.
mud.
That's not going to work.
It works.
Nope.
Yep.
Do not argue with the DM. Bad things happen.
The,
Bad things always happen.
the disembodied voice of Cord will tell you this does not work this way. So,
Scotland would speak up. Can we get on with this, please? Imbeciles.
Right.
Lorraine, you said you had a dream that you saw the world tree under attack, and that it
I
seemed
did.
to be losing.
Yes.
I had a dream about my father, but he was younger, and the man he was talking to was younger, an orc, like me, and, well, half of Nargosh. I believe it was the leader of our people. He may have something to do with what's happened here.
They may also have something to do with the world tree.
Well, there have been a lot of strange instances popping up in places as we've traveled. First the desert.
Has anyone else had strange dreams that they wish to share?
Scotland would give Nargosh the hairy eyeball.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll get it out of you later.
Nope.
Whoa! My mind went bad places.
actually, Nargosh is a Mexican drug smuggler. She's actually talking about her product.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that works. I'm good. I'm good.
My product.
Ew.
Is Weiss going to share that he had a dream?
He just sits down next to the fire and kind of stares at it for a moment. So I had a dream that I was back in my homeland again, and it was being attacked. It's like the fires were roaring all around me, and a flaming beam was separating me from my fellow students. The orcs had already raided the majority of the temple and were already advancing into the further halls. Through the smoke rising through the flames, I saw three human figures staring back at me. So, and that's when I awoke.
Well, since our dwarf is asleep and Nargosh seems content to keep his silence, she kind of hiss at him a little bit. I guess we have little choice to reach out, try to gather help by other means. I will commune with the spirits. And that is an actual ability I have.
Wait, communing with spirits, like alcohol spirits?
Yeah, the elementals. Okay. It's called Speak with Spirits. It's an encounter, it's in a minor action, so I can only do this once. Or twice, actually.
Twice per...
It says encounter. I'm not sure
Oh.
what that. It's
Twice
I mean,
per 5 days. Or, I mean, not 5 minutes.
okay.
Twice per 10 minutes. It does require a 5-minute break to restore encounter powers.
Okay. During this turn, you gain a bonus to your next skill check equal to your wisdom modifier of 4. So, I'm going to speak with the spirits and see what I can find out.
Everything.
And the key word is primal, so it would be
Okay.
primal spirits.
I will allow you to roll a nature or religion check, either which you want, and get that bonus to it.
Let's see which is higher.
You
Alrighty. Looks like my nature's higher, so I'll go ahead and do a nature check.
Does that include your bonus wisdom modifier?
I believe it does. It said plus 11 next to my wisdom.
What is your wisdom score?
It is... 19 with a bonus of 6.
Okay. In response to your communing attempt, a single green spirit, roughly humanoid in form, will emerge. And it will look around for a second. It's slowly sort of forming into a more conventional form. The form it takes is that of a bipedal humanoid plant. And it looks around slightly confused at everyone and says, yes, can I help you?
Scotland would kind of shrug and be like, yeah, sorry about that. We were wondering if you might have some answers for us.
He will, the spirit will pause for a second and say, well, I have plenty of answers, but I need questions, specific questions first.
I'm getting there. Keep your leaves on.
You do know that you have summoned some sort of a fey spirit, and they can be mischievous, ne'er-do-wells. They're usually pranksters, but some of them are very serious.
Oh, I know. I play one. She's a prankster. Something happened in this village. My father, Tag, used to rule here, but he was overthrown by a man or an orc named... His name Mag something?
Malgar.
Malgar. No one seems to know much about where Malgar came from, who was working with him, or why he was here. But he stole my father's life unfairly, took his throne, and ruined everything my father sought to build. I need answers so I can find his killer.
He will ponder for a moment and say, there is much I can provide in regards to this. Do you have even more specific questions than this? There is a great amount of knowledge surrounding this event. Some of it might not be relevant to you. What are you drawing on the map?
A creeper. It's a creeper.
Yes, I see
Over
that.
Dave.
And he'll say, as I have said, there is a great amount of information surrounding these events.
Ascatla would nod and say that all of us have had a sort of strange dream last night, collectively. Each dream seeming unique to the person, but no less in symbolism, you might say.
Can we all see it? Or can only she?
Yeah, no, you can all see it. It is made manifest here. She called something from the Feywild here.
There seems to be a sort of link between the destruction going on in all these areas. Somehow that brought us all together and brought us here. led to my father's demise. Everything. Everything seems connected somehow. And I want to get to the bottom of whatever happened so I can find out and put an end to it. Supposedly the world tree is under attack. Weiss here had a dream about his old home and the temple that burned that he failed to defend. I dreamed about my father, talking with leaders of our clan. Nargosh won't admit to his dreams because he's a wuss.
I didn't have one. I didn't have one.
And the dwarf is asleep, sorry.
The sprite will look at you, Nargosh, or the spirit will look at you, Nargosh, stare at you for a few seconds.
I'm gonna glare at it.
And laugh at you.
And Scotland's only going to look at Nargosh even more suspiciously. You
I
can't
got a
flex it away.
26. I got a 26 to intimidate it.
You have no threat against it. It is not here physically.
It's magic, or it's like ghost and fey, right? Which
It
means
is effectively a holographic manifestation of the being. You cannot harm it.
I can. I'll find a way. I'm gonna go find a way. Nargosh goes to find a way.
I hope you have some way of transporting or teleporting yourself to another plane. Because that's about the only way you can.
He's gonna get
It'd be hilarious
really
if he
angry.
succeeded, though. Then he'd be even further away from the plot.
He's not making it to another plane of existence.
I told you it happened.
He's charging his Kaioken.
One day, years from now, that might amount to something. For now, you have like 0% power.
Alright, well, Scala would look at the spirit again, explain the dreams in detail, and ask the spirit if there's any connection between them and what happened here, and if there's any way it can be stopped.
The spirit will ponder for a second, and produce some sort of dust or powder from somewhere, and sprinkle it about. You're not
Scala
charging it
would
to.
step back very quickly, ready to call on her totem.
The dust illuminates small or thick golden cords emitting from each of you. The cords themselves bind together between the lot of you, and then head off in various different directions. And he will say, "This is as much as I can expand upon that." He says, "I can answer certain specific questions, but I cannot inform you more in regards to the links or lack of links between dreams and events. Dreams fall out of my purview. But this is something that you could find on your own." And he will point to the golden cords. All of them are about 3 inches in diameter.
Nargosh brought back a log to hit the throw with the face spirit.
It phases through it.
Damn it!
It is not here!
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yes, he does!
Nargosh.
It wouldn't have clicked yet.
Oh, Nargosh wouldn't know. Yeah, no.
Scott would be very tense. She'd look at Nargosh and tell him to knock it the fuck off. Go piss it off. If you can't tell us anything else, other than that we're entwined together somehow on some great destiny, she'd say sarcastically. Can you tell me any details about the fight that took place here? Did you see who killed the leader of this clan?
He will pause for a second and say, "I will tell you 2 things before I depart. My time here is growing ever shorter. The first is that the person who delivered the killing blow to your father is dead and gone. That was Malgar. The second thing I will tell you is there are mortals in this plane who can tell you much more than I ever could. In fact, it seems that you might be on path to meet one of them."
Alright.
I bet it was the mage.
Thank you for what help you did give.
The spirit will nod and then turn and look at will look at Nargosh and laugh at him again as he's disappearing.
Gonna flip the spirit off.
And as it disappears, you just hear a voice say, "I know."
I saw that.
Got a 33 to flip it off as it leaves.
You have flipped off a spirit.
Super hard.
Just
He knows, even though he's gone, that I'm still flipping him off.
Yeah, but he also knows about your dream.
Seems like a convenient plot hook.
Well,
What's-
Scotland's really pissed and frustrated right now because there seems to be a lot going on around her. There's a big picture that she can't put the pieces together. She's not smart to put the pieces together or doesn't have the information she needs. So she's really pissed off. She's mad at everyone because they're just there, and she's gonna go get a drink. She walks off like a boss.
Well, you just walked away from someone offering you a drink.
I don't even.
Farain was offering her or offering you a drink.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry, I was tapped out looking at my character page. Oh, Scotland would snatch the drink out of her hand as she walked by and chug it as she walked.
Yeah, Nargosh is gonna have to follow. Because Cord said so.
Scotland would turn around and tell Nargosh to leave her alone.
No.
I want to be alone right now.
Well, you can go in somewhere, but I'm waiting outside.
Fine. Nobody understands me. Slam my door.
It's not a phase, Mom.
I got
Oh.
the deep feels.
The meat just got eaten a little bit. I think it's burning. Somebody should check on that.
The meat is not going to burn. Someone will attend to it.
Damn right
So
they will.
Scotland needs to plan to, get her sister, get the shaman, and Nargosh, and if the party wants to come too later on, she will make the journey to at least get the diplomatic aspect of this transition over with. And for now, she's just going to get drunk and wash everything else away.
How long do you plan to stay in the village before you leave for the, effectively the capital?
No more than a day.
Okay.
She would want to leave right away. The only reason she'd stay longer is if something happened that required her attention.
For the most part, stability is returning, so there is nothing that you directly need to attend to. The huntsman will say, I can provide you with riding wolves or wargs for the trip. I wouldn't recommend taking horses to the capital. There is a lot of hostile wildlife out there that would spook horses.
It's fine by me.
I don't think it would spook Carl.
No, Carl's too vamp.
Carl's also not a horse. Carl's a nightmare.
No, we don't know that.
The flaming mane of fire and the glowing red eyes and black fur doesn't give it away.
He has
blends right
glasses
in.
on.
He has a glandular problem.
He has glasses, so he's Clark Kent right now.
It's a thyroid issue.
It's moist.
Marty, get the dehumidifier. It's moist in here.
What the hell was that random scream?
It's almost like somebody's playing Diablo.
No.
Suffice it to say, anyone who wishes to travel with them can find some sort of animal to ride upon.
That's what she said. Sorry, had to again.
Who wishes to go and who wishes to stay?
I
I'm
will
gonna drag
go.
the monk. Or not the monk,
I-
the fighter.
Weiss is already hooking up Carl to the wagon and getting ready.
Where's Carl's Pog?
I don't know. It's in your campaign. I never had one.
Oh, I saved it. Hold on.
I will get to that later if, you're attacked on the road. The better question is anyone planning on staying behind?
Don't think so.
Very well. Then, I can inform you that unless you decide to go looking for trouble, the trip will pass uneventfully.
Have you
Trouble's
met
not
this
middle
party
way.
before? Of course we're gonna go looking for trouble.
I'm sorry,
So-
where are we going now?
To Baga, the capital of the Voltox domain.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 31 to find trouble and get into it.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, let me draw up a map quick.
You're a douche canoe.
I'm just flexing at everything that we walk by, and eventually somebody got tired of it.
This is why the gods hate you. Hate your lip.
You don't know that!
I know that out of character, and I'm gonna make fun of you for it.
Nargosh is gonna slam a Scotland's door. Like, he's gonna open it and then slam it again.
You know nothing.
Leave me alone. My soul is a pit of darkness.
Why is that map called Fuck Nargosh?
You can see that?
Yes!
I can't see that.
It's beautiful.
Seriously, why is it called Fuck Nargosh?
Because you went looking for trouble.
You're just racist.
No, he's stupidest. If that's even a thing. I just made that up, and now it's a thing.
I hate all of you. I really
The
do.
first thing I saw was Snoop Dogg.
Wait, why can't I click it? Give me my token.
Yeah, I can't click mine either.
I put them on the wrong layer. Whoops.
Snoop Dogg.
Come on, give me Snoop. There he is. Who's the Snoop Dogg?
Why did you pick Snoop Dogg?
Why not? Honestly, why not?
As you're traveling along and apparently making a ruckus, you're making a lot of noise.
A ruckus?
I like Rackus. Like racket and ruckus in one.
Yes, you're making a lot of noise.
Arrakis, Dune, Desert Planet.
Oh shit, what the hell happened?
Weiss spoke for a change. That's what's happened.
Yeah, he opened his mouth and Roll20 just closed itself automatically for me.
Has it closed itself for anyone else?
No.
Good.
Nope, I'm still up.
Good. I don't want
Just
to.
make-
You're still up.
My bear
need
is all
pork.
alone.
What a big ass bear.
That is a big ass bear. I was thinking about more, fighting all the king's horses and all the king's men, but nobody could put Nargosh back together again. It's funny, damn it.
Not funny.
Oh.
No, I just feel bad.
What?
You went looking for trouble.
Oh.
Startled a family of bears.
That's a big ass family. I'll have you know that in nature that you won't really find a family of bears like that together.
No, you wouldn't. You'd find one.
You'd find one and maybe two cubs.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
or
tell
four.
you right now that pack right there, I stared down in real life. You find them in that large of a quantity. Cubs
Oh.
go up to 3 years, and they can get to about full size in those 3 years.
Hold on, I need
You
a
ever
new.
seen a full size dwarf baby?
They're-
full dwarf baby? They're probably really
I'm,
gross.
I'm pretty convinced that dwarves are just born the size that they are.
Occasionally, or they do come out as babies and fall into smelteries and die. Because they like playing in warm places. Dwarfs are not clever creatures.
Well, that's depressing.
Ah, Dwarf Fortress humor. There is a family of bears.
What?
They
I
have
thought that was good.
they have taken notice of you.
Where?
Skype.
What? Ow.
Snoop Dogg.
24/7, nephew.
So I think I'm gonna change Nargosh's picture to Big Ed. Since we're always fighting bears.
So,
This is the first time
no.
you fought bears. I just crit initiative.
Oh no, you haven't seen Iku's MMOs. You haven't seen his campaigns.
No,
Like,
I know. We fought a bear in that, but
yeah, I think he has the same hatred for bears that World of Warcraft does. Like,
Fuck yeah!
hold on.
I crit
Oh.
initiative.
hold on. I'm gonna do a nature check to try to calm the bears and have them go on their way.
you're a dwarf. Everything about you is unsettling.
alright, now, very slowly, very carefully, I want you to agitate the hell out of this thing!
I'm gonna scream and flex at the bears. 28 to the flex.
Hold
Oh, I
on,
see.
I'm still getting
Flexing.
initiative.
Hold on.
Good
I saw
lord,
him
people.
flexing. Oh, damn, I can't do anything. I'm still drunk.
Well, you got over a 10, so I get a +2 to that.
Well, there you go.
Weiss, what is your initiative?
29.
I see. Morgren and Oscatla.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can never go first.
I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
What'd you get?
She is. Nope, there we go.
Well,
You go last.
I got a 12. Why? Because I can't roll higher than a 14.
Weiss, you are the first to react. You do see that the bears are turning and suddenly paying very close attention to you, getting ready to attack.
Oh, let's see here. I'm going to.
Can I not turn into a bear and convince him to fuck off?
Not what I thought you were gonna end the sentence with.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It is close to about noon. These bears are out at a very strange time.
I got herpes.
No, that's rabies there. You're
Oh,
thinking of rabies.
Rabies. Rabies.
Where's
What does Weiss know about these bears? I'm gonna roll nature.
Hold on. Let me put Carl on the...
I'm the bear shaman, and if you turn out to be some kind of like bear master just because of your role, I'm going to hit you so hard in real life.
You desperately want a token for Carl.
I can give you Carl's stats too.
Carl is just a regular horse for now.
Carl is a god.
Carl's gonna
It's when he
find you.
sees
if you
his
keep talking.
parents murdered in front of him that it becomes evil. That's during his Paragon path, of course.
How do I export?
What you know about bears is that the fact that they are out at this time of day means there is something wrong with them. Either whatever it was that was, or something threatened their home, they are sick in some manner, or they have been agitated very greatly.
Okay, now I'm gonna roll perception to see if there's anything physically wrong with them that we can distinguish.
Okay.
Oops.
21.
Not that you can see at the moment, but it appears that they do appear to be very agitated.
Are any of them like standing on their hind legs? Or
A few of them are, yes.
okay,
Carl.
I'm gonna walk forward slowly towards them. Just like put my arms out and like stand as big as I can. And then I'm going to pull out a torch and light it, and just kind of like,
You just don't care.
Hold the torch before me. In my other hand, I have my pint of oil that I'm going to throw into the ground and break it, and then I'm going to throw the torch onto it to create like a little pyre in front of us that is between us and the bears.
Okay, they do appear to be backing up, but Nargash will get to go before any of the bears do. Nargash,
re-roll.
Hmm?
Do you want me to re-roll that intimidate?
You can try, yes.
$35.
Okay, they are
So
going
he's
to.
just-
They are going to
he's
start
just gonna
trying to
walk
back
up.
up.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk up the so they can see him through the fire, but he's not through the fire, and he's just gonna let out a really, really loud roar.
Okay.
Like Katy Perry.
I'm gonna run away.
She's my John.
Morgrin, are you going to do anything?
Oh, yes. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are the bears running away? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm charging this bear.
The bears were running
16
away.
versus armor class.
You
Oh
have
my
missed the
God.
bear.
Damn it, Snoop!
Wait,
Action
no,
pointing.
you have hit the bear because you were
Oh,
charging.
Yes. So 5 points of damage, and he's marked.
Well, that changes everything.
God damn it!
Don't blame me, son.
Oh, the bear you just charged is up.
There we go. Bring it, nephew.
What?
It will attempt to claw you. That is the first one, which will miss. The second one, which will also miss. Aw, you don't get to be bear hugged. You don't want to be bear hugged. Rawr, I'm a bear. You will move there. You will also attempt to claw him. That one
Don't I get
hits.
an opportunity attack?
No, he can move in a way that doesn't provoke. He can... Oops. Hold on. Let me just roll that. No. He can go basically... He was there.
Yeah, I know.
Oops. He can go like that.
Okay.
So, both of those attacks will hit.
No, they won't.
Yes, they... A 27 and a 29. Now...
That was an evil Dave.
That's 12 points of damage and 20... Oh my god. Holy crap, you soft crit.
36. So, I've made a huge mistake.
35.
And let's see. You have fallen prone and the bear has grabbed you.
How's he grabbing me if I'm prone?
In his mouth.
Yeah.
He's shaking you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's using you as a chew toy at the moment.
I've made a huge
Oh
So I'm
mistake.
gonna
God.
sit here and let them do that because he's a fucktard.
I'm gonna do an immediate reaction. It's a parry and riposte. So I'm gonna...
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, I
You
can't use that,
also-
never mind.
You also, to get knocked prone, you have to roll a saving throw, otherwise
Oh.
you're
No.
not knocked prone.
Yeah.
No. The attack
He's a
just
dwarf.
states... Oh. Eh.
Yeah, I'm a dwarf. I get
Well,
that thing.
I mean, it still grabs you either way, but... You wouldn't be
Hold
prone
on.
then.
Slash roll 1d20. Oh, I'm prone.
Yeah, you're prone. This one's running away.
Well, call me a human.
And I'm going to remove
Damn it,
you from the
Snoop
initiative
Dogg.
count because you're not going to be part of this fight.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, wait, hold on. Farain, you are up. I accidentally moved too many.
I'm just going to stand there and let him get mauled because he's a fucktard.
Good idea.
What season is it, by the way?
That's a good question. I think it's fall. Yes, it is fall.
Weiss asking the hot questions.
Skatla.
Okay, well I'm gonna see that our little dwarf is currently playing the part of a favorite chew toy, so I'm going to send my bear, whose token is missing.
I am just going to make a token for that
Mhm.
bear, or a character sheet for that bear at some point, and then I'll stop forgetting that.
That's why Carl has a character sheet.
Alright, so I used a minor action to summon the bear. I'm going to use my move action to send the bear next to him.
Okay.
Snoop Lion? Snoop Bear. That's what I'm calling myself, Snoop Bear.
Actually, I'm going to move it up here so I don't, I'm not on the side of the other one.
Okay.
And I'm going to do at will standard action, protecting strike. It'll be against will.
Okay. That will... You crit it.
I crit?
Yep.
Yeah.
I crit! I did it! Okay, that does 1d8 plus 5 worth of damage. So
13
13
points.
damage.
Plus the critical modifier for your totem.
Oh yeah, I would do that.
Why is there fire right here?
Because that was where...
Nice.
Yeah, Weiss lit a fire to try and intimidate the bears, and was working successfully for the time being.
Oh.
But then Nargosh ran in like, roar! I got Pex and flexed.
And he was actually also helping. Guess who wasn't helping? The
I
dwarf.
bet it was Watcher.
Yeah. Watch.
Watcher's dead.
So I did 19 points of damage to that bear. My bear tackled the bigger bear. Yay.
Okay. Weiss, it is the top of the initiative. There is currently a bear using one of your friends as a chew toy. Most of the bears are running, though.
I'm
So
still
that
kind of
second one,
drunk,
the
so...
raw armor bears, that's also a threat at the moment.
Yep, the
The-
two up here. Oops. That one, and the one above it are both considered threats at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to use my swift flight and like just volt over the fire and the bears.
Save me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
And producing from the compartment beneath my cloak, I'll pull out what is it? Night spider silk that I have. It's like a strong, sticky cable that's pretty much as strong as wire.
Okay.
And I'm going to wrap it underneath the bear's throat and try to like pull it off and kind of loop it around itself and try to like kind of almost make a leash against him and try to rear him backward.
Basically making a slip knot.
Make a melee basic attack roll. Okay, you managed to get the, effectively the collar around, however, he is still, he still has Morgrin at the moment. You figure with enough pressure and application of it, he will drop him, and you can probably either corral him away or basically prevent him from biting another person like that.
Okay, is that considered a standard action or my minor action?
That would be a standard action.
Okay, for my minor action, then I'm gonna pull out another torch and just kind of wave it to try to encourage the other bear to also back away. So it's
Okay.
like stuck between my torch and the flame.
Nargosh, you're up.
Alright, my turn.
Yep.
So there are two left. There's fire in between me and the bears. Well then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I really like fire.
8, 9. Cool. Okay. We go there.
Okay.
On. Oops. Look at that. And it's a charge.
Okay.
$26.
That will hit.
D12 plus D6 plus numbers.
Words, 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 words.
19.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, this bear is departing the initiative. Let's see. Morgren, you are grabbed. It is your turn.
Alright.
You can attempt an athletics check or an acrobatics check to escape.
Okay, I'm gonna do athletics. 13. Did I escape?
You have missed escaping by 2.
Okay. Can I still attack?
You will be penalized if you attempt to attack the bear that has you bit, but otherwise, yes, you can.
What if I attack the other bear that doesn't have me bit?
Then you will not be penalized, although you might be provoking the other bear into staying in the fight.
Oh. Wait, is this the one that has me?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's the one I'm gonna attack.
Okay. You'll...
So, what, 20?
that will hit.
Alright.
That sounds so exciting.
And that's, I'm gonna second wind. So, yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. At the beginning of his turn, you will take this damage from being bitten. 10 more points. And he will attempt to swat you with his claw. Being equally penalized because you are in his mouth at the moment. So I will incorporate that into his roll. He misses horribly. And this one is going to scatter off that way. Farain, you are up.
Well, considering that bear's gotta die now, I am going to use Thorn Whip.
That will hit.
He is now 2 squares towards me.
Why can I not... Hold on. Has he been moved?
Who?
The bear.
No.
He's standing in place at the moment.
Okay, that was weird. My select tool has, done strange things.
You're moving him
Is he now
now.
in the fire?
Yeah. That's weird. Okay. He is not moved on my actual screen. He is not standing there at the moment. Huh. Okay.
Move him 1 to the left. Like, 1, now 2 up. There you go. Now he's where he was before.
Alright, that's
He's
where
now
he...
in the fire.
Yep, that would be the pool.
Now he's
So
on
is he
fire.
taking fire damage?
He will be, yes.
Why did he run into the fire?
He got pulled.
Because I pulled him.
Oh.
And,
Does that mean he's dragging Dwarf Man too?
yes, but the dwarf doesn't have to worry about catching on fire at the moment. Okay, anything else?
I am going to use. Oh wait, is this the same? Oh no, it's the encounter. Never mind. I'm going to use Bark Skin
Okay.
on Dwarf.
Okay. You gain a +2 bonus to AC, Mr. Dwarf.
Alright.
Ascatla, you are up.
Alright. I'm going to try to finish, well, just damage to the bear with the Wrath of Winter.
That will hit.
Fortitude, alright. That's 7.
He is still barely standing.
I see what you did there.
I hate bears for that reason. That was not intended to be a pun. Weiss, you are up.
Okay, he still have him in his mouth at the moment?
He will have dropped him at this point.
Okay, I'm going to yank the cable that's still around him and hopefully hard enough to pull him out of the fire and closer towards me.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it will let him being freaked out might have him run away.
Yes, he is very freaked out at the moment. He's probably going to run away when it becomes his turn. Assuming no one provokes him again. Also, none of the tokens are moving on my screen. Hold on. Huh. Interesting. Now none of the maps are drawing. We're gonna momentarily black out the screen, and I'm going to reload the campaign for myself.
Smooth.
Yep. Thankfully, we're getting close to the end of the day, or the end of the session. So if I can't fix this, it won't matter too much.
Ah. There's a crying bear in the chat. What?
Bears get no love. They're always getting butchered in games.
I can't-
for their-
I don't have better Twitch TV, so I can't tell you where that's from. I think there is a... Oop. There we go. Hey! Now everything's back. Okay. Well... Unless anyone is going to provoke the bear will run away.
I
Shit,
charge
we have
it.
like 5 people
Not
watching.
kidding.
Can I ready an action that if the dwarf charges the bear, I charge the dwarf?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All that smoking lion. God.
Yeah.
I know, you really shouldn't smoke.
All of those
Terrible
allergies. And high blood pressure medicine.
What?
High blood
You
pressure.
really should be smoking those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
don't smoke high blood pressure medicine. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, don't snort meds.
I hate everyone.
We should really stop the bullying.
Unless anyone is going to go looking for more trouble, this will be the end of... There will be nothing that happens on the rest of the trip.
I'm gonna tie a boat anchor to Nargosh and just drag him with us.
Here goes the looking for trouble roll. I don't find any.
You do not.
I think you could have crit that and still not found anything.
Well,
We
obviously
find
it came
the
from
other-
some kind of cave around. Maybe we should investigate them. And they were under distress, and it is kind of the fall season. They should be hibernating.
Okay.
Fine. That will be an issue for next week. This will be the end of the session. I will...
Hey, you're the one that picked bears.
No,
It's
I...
almost like the podcast is called Basements and Bears.
Eh.
Yep, every fight we need to like murder some bear for no reason at all. Just stab random bears.
Well, we will see you guys next week. If you missed any of this, be sure to catch it on iTunes or on YouTube in the VODs. So, we will see you guys next week.